Hey guys, welcome to Top 5 Niches of the Week, the original print-on-demand niches show. It's episode 221, and today we're going to look out in time 1 month in advance. Now, these predictable, I call them calendar niches, often see peak demand really close to the date associated with them. That means if we get out ahead of them by at least 1 month, we can lock in sales and hopefully improve our organic rank when demand is the highest. So that's what we're gonna focus on today. Let's get to it. Let's kick things off with an Amazon merch sales update. So in the last 7 days, I made 388 sales, 314 came on the US market for $1,092 in royalties, and another, 74 sales from the international markets, probably bringing in another $200 or so. If you wanna follow me on Instagram, linked in the description, you can keep up to date with my daily sales updates. Let's look at the current top 10. And actually, I am on a trip for a fantasy football draft. I love fantasy football. So I'm guessing the top 10 today would look something like this. All right, probably political themed. I believe to get these top 10, I typed in president. That was the word I typed in, one word, president. And this is what popped up. So I'm guessing it's going to be catering to both sides. All right. Moving on, niche number 1, and again, the episode theme is looking out in advance 1 month. We're going to skip over the political stuff. I do anticipate that is going to be in very high demand, likely leading demand. It'll be interesting when we get to October and we see Halloween versus the politics stuff. What'll be selling better? Perhaps the political stuff could outrank the Halloween stuff in terms of demand, but only time will tell. It's going to be interesting. All right, niche number 1, looking out 1 month, we have Hispanic Heritage Month, which starts in mid-September, September 15th, and goes through October 15th. Do not overlook calendar niches like this. You know, you might not think the demand is there, but a lot of these designs, even when I'm taking the screenshot a month out, have really nice BSRs in terms of evergreens. 129,000, 198,000, 216,000, 350,000. Like, nobody's getting rich off of those BSRs, but if it's a calendar niche that you can anticipate is going to sell really well between, mid-September to mid-October, but also sell year round, that's a dream scenario. I'm all about that. Also, there's definitely like a consistent color scheme in a lot of these designs and the design elements. So perhaps consider implementing them when you go about creating your designs. Moving on, niche number 2. How about the German Oktoberfest, which starts on September 21st, 2024 and lasts through October 6th. I still haven't been. I really need to go. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. We actually might be in Europe around that time for a separate trip. I don't know why we wouldn't stop by Germany, though. I might have to talk to Marielle after this if we do end up on that trip. This, I'm sure, would be amazing. I'm sure the t-shirts, too, are a lot of fun. Check it out. So you got Oktoberfest drinking team. Let's get schnitzel-faced. You've got Bigfoot carrying a large mug of beer. You've got my dirndl is in the wash. I cannot do a German accent. Don't ask me to. Prost. I know I've sold some Prost shirts in the past. Germany drinking team. You got Pac-Man eating a beer, a pretzel, a bratwurst. Careful with the Pac-Man stuff. I don't think it's worth it. On my worst behavior with the bratwurst, and then behind me here you've got the is that called a lederhosen? I'm not 100%. Let me know in the comments, but it's the outfit that I think the German men wear to the to drinking events, right? I just picture beer fest. I need to go. And what is this? Niche number 2 again, Oktoberfest. Guys, you can also sell these designs on the German market, right? Why wouldn't you list these on the German market? So the first one was me looking at the US market, but we're talking Oktoberfest Germany here, right? Again, demand is going to, I don't want to say peak, but it's going to spike around and likely a little before September 21st. How about Oktoberfest on the German market? Do a little research there. If you didn't know, I'm using Podly for this video, for my top 5 niches of the week video. They allow me to search the international markets. I just changed the drop down from US to Germany, and boom, I've got a whole different really set of niches, set of sub niches related to Oktoberfest. I feel like the German market sales will spike early. I'm guessing the US market will likely spike in October. Because I'm definitely guilty of not knowing that that Oktoberfest started in September until I started selling t-shirts. So there you go. Niche number 2, Oktoberfest. And please, for the love of God, do not ask me to try to read off the sub niches that are in German. I will say though, if I move myself real quick, bottom right corner, number 10 in the German market looks to be very similar to that number 3 on the US market. Although I'm looking a little bit closer and they definitely are not the same design. They have some different text, but similar graphic of that dress. Moving on, niche number 3. Oh, before we get to niche number 3, check out my free print-on-demand mini course delivered via email. I'll send you 20 lessons, 1 lesson a day for 20 days. All you have to do, give me your email address and follow along, and check out my print-on-demand Facebook group. It's completely free, linked in the description, a great place to network with other sellers. All right, niche number 3, how about Native American Day? Going to be bigger in the US market. That is September 27th, okay? So towards the end of September now. Lots of different ways to go about creating designs in this category. I actually remember interviewing somebody. It might have been like 2020, maybe even 2019. One of the first interviews I did on my channel. It must have been 2020. And I can't find his contact anymore. But he did a lot of shirts in the Native American niche. I believe that was his heritage. And I remember his Instagram handle, but I won't say it. It started with Chief, though. So he definitely had the Native American thing going for him. And the dude made over $300,000 in sales on Amazon merch using only his phone. So that's a good interview. I do believe it's still on my channel. So go back in time and find it. You know what? I'll make it easy for you. I'll link it in the YouTube cards right here and in the description. But he used his phone and made $300,000 in sales. I am pretty impressed by that. I hate being on my phone, but I'm just saying this because kind of proof it can be done. And probably a lot easier these days too with all the AI and stuff. You know what I mean? He did it way back in the day before all the AI tools were mainstream. By the way, speaking of AI and using tools to help you with designing, check out Creative Fabrica if you're not already a member. If you use my link in the description, you can join for the best price. I believe it's only $3.99 a month, $3.99. You can type in Native American, and there are just endless potential things you can use. For instance, right here, the Native American digital wallpapers, the backgrounds. You can put those on throw pillows, on tote bags, on phone cases, etc., pop sockets, and those will probably sell really well around Native American Day. So I love that as an idea. Of course, they've got other graphics that you can use on t-shirts as well. So check that out. Niche number 4. How about October? Okay, we know that the month-long niches tend to sell best at the beginning of the month. How about breast cancer awareness? Also a great positive message around breast cancer awareness. Niche number 4. There's a pink ribbon element in a lot of these designs. Sometimes there's the pink shirts. You guys that have been subscribed to my channel know if I'm going to design in a niche with a primary color that is offered by Amazon merch in terms of t-shirts or any of the product colors, I will make 2 versions of every design minimum. I will make one that's optimized for the black shirt, right? Because if you offer multiple colors, but you check the black box, that's going to be the primary thumbnail. You need to make your colors look best against your primary thumbnail. Write that down. Remember that. All right. Otherwise, you're not doing yourself any favors. And then I'm going to make another version and I'm going to make it look as good as possible against the primary color associated with that niche. So in terms of breast cancer awareness for October, that's pink. You see the number 2 bestseller right now, already selling well a month in advance, is a pink shirt. So, I mean, it shouldn't come as a surprise. Some sub niches in this niche: save second base with the pink ribbon on a baseball. The next one is the pink shirt. It says, in October, we wear pink with that rainbow. By the way, if you're looking for those rainbow graphics, again, Creative Fabrica has got your back. They have pretty much everything, so check them out. Linked in the description. Number 3 says support squad, basic text design. They took the O out. They put a ribbon. So simple. That is, by the way, if you're wondering like my style of design, guys, it's that number 3 right there, support squad. You've heard me say this before. Over half of my sales every year are text-based. So, I mean, I'm trying to just be obvious or be transparent. Like, it doesn't mean that that is the optimal way, but it means that, hey, like if it works for me, it can work for you. There's nothing wrong with like spending all day running AI prompts and trying to get graphics and whatnot, but like it's not required to be successful. I remember being a beginner and thinking that every shirt was a graphic first and foremost. 7.5 years later, I'm like, okay, there's an easier way here. You got the sugar skull with the pink ribbons. You got I'm a survivor, breast cancer awareness, the heart, one that says F ribbon, CK cancer. Next one says no one fights alone. Next one says support squad. By the way, make sure to do your trademark searches. When I took the screenshot, I didn't run all of these through the USPTO, so you're going to want to check the US Patent and Trademark Office database. Just make sure that you're keeping your account safe, of course. Moving on, niche number 5, here we go. How about October also being Domestic Violence Awareness? So while everybody is thinking about breast cancer awareness, do not overlook domestic violence awareness. Very similar in that, from a t-shirt design perspective, that you have a color associated with the niche. Honestly, I mean, you guys, I mean, you know how I like to go about t-shirt designing. Save templates so that you can easily edit the text, edit the colors, okay? And then make multiple designs in multiple niches as painless as possible on yourself, meaning save as much time as you can, right? Like, look, you got the purple sugar skull. We go back here to breast cancer awareness. You have the pink sugar skull, breast cancer awareness. By the way, no text on the pink sugar skull. This is probably the same seller. It looks very similar. Go down to domestic violence awareness. They've got the same sugar skull, but they flipped it to purple, and then they added text. This seller probably has the purple sugar skull also listed for sale with no text. Then they've got the same graphic with text paired with it, right? And they're just creating a matrix of ways of getting indexed on this niche and in the sub niches associated with this niche. It looks like the predominant one for domestic violence awareness says love shouldn't hurt. The next one says I wear purple for my daughter. The next one just says domestic violence awareness, and it's got the dandelion. Next one says nobody fights alone. Next one says love shouldn't hurt, domestic violence awareness. Next one says faith with the dandelion. Next one says stop violence, end the silence. There you go. So guys, there's definitely sub niches as well. And again, spreading a positive message. One note, if I hide myself really quickly, the number 10 spot, the graphic in there is a woman wearing kind of like a glittery pattern. You're allowed to wear those patterns. I've actually done design tutorials of ways that I went about creating them using actually a photo of somebody took a photo of the stars at night on a clear sky day. I literally went into Photoshop and showed you guys how you can basically turn that into a nice like glittery looking pattern. I was just going to say on Amazon merch, don't mention the word glitter. Like there's definitely the content policy, and then there's kind of like the lesser known or less obvious content policy. Like one thing is content policy where it's like, don't try to monetize human tragedy, right? Like, okay, got that. But then the other one's like, by the way, don't say like gold, or don't say, I don't know, rose gold, glitter, neon, things like that. Just certain words will result in rejections right away. Like they basically put their foot down about certain words years ago. And I know glitter is, I'm guessing, actually, I haven't submitted a word that said glitter recently, but I assume it probably still is, since they can't really print glitter, right? So you don't want to set that expectation in the customer's head and get a bunch of returns. All right, moving on. Let's look at emerging trends. These are shirts that are outperforming their 90-day average BSR. Basically, a lot of political. You've got some of these October we wear pink, save second base. So you've got the breast cancer awareness stuff starting to wake up, and some random kind of funny shirts as well. Beyond that, also, I know I've seen other YouTubers talking about Halloween. I don't know. In my personal opinion, it feels early, but hey, it is what it is. We know Halloween is also a big calendar niche as well, but I don't think you have to start selling this early to lock your place in the organic rank, personally. All right, looking ahead, let's look at some calendar niches that are a little bit smaller in terms of their demand. September 18th is National Cheeseburger Day. September 19th, National Dance Day. September 21st, International Peace Day. September 21st, also Oktoberfest. We talked about that. And September 22nd is Autumn Equinox. There you go. And let's look at the archive and look ahead we're looking back 11 months to try to predict what's going to be popping in 1 month. So here we go. This is Boo Sheet, the #1 Halloween shirt of last year. I remember that one. You've got a bunch of Halloween designs. So basically what we just said, Halloween will in fact be selling, I guess, about 1 month out from today. So maybe I am wrong. Maybe you should be posting the Halloween stuff right away, I guess. Although I saw some people on it like a month ago, so I don't know. You tell me in the comments what you think. Either way, we know there's huge demand during Halloween. My personal favorite is just to sell the costume themed shirts and even text-based. I know you've heard me talk about it probably. Also, if you haven't, welcome, subscribe, and you will hear me talk about it. But anything related to being a Halloween costume, even if it's text-based, and then you select the right shirt color, can sell, guys. I mean, Amazon's reach is unfathomable. It's unfathomable to me. You know what I mean? They're just like numbers when you hear about how many people shop on Amazon and how much revenue, they'll process on their website on like a day-to-day basis. It's insane. So yeah, Halloween, that's an easy one too. And by the way, I'm telling you right now, all right? You're getting your alpha. Anybody who's still watching, write this down, remember it. Halloween, cross-niched with politics. Now, we already have the Halloween Donald Trump stuff from the past. What do we have coming up, though, that's different about this year that we didn't have before? Right? You got to figure out how you're going to cross-niche Kamala and Waltz with Halloween. All right? And, hey, look back at the past for hints about what's going to be popular in the future. I know some people are already on that. And if you are, let me know in the comments so I can tip my cap to you. All right, remove designs. Here we go, wrapping up. These were all removed in the last 2 weeks. Take a peek. A lot of the political stuff, that could just be people deleting them on their own, though, to free up spots for new political designs, for all we know, or maybe Halloween designs. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Check out my full print-on-demand course linked in the description, and check out my private community where I do multiple weekly live streams and basically handhold you, take questions, whatever it is, bring on awesome guests. Both of those are linked in the description. If you want more info, you can email me, ryan@ryanhogue.com. Happy to answer. Thank you for watching, though. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon with another new video.